Hey everybody and welcome to Strangeplay, I'm Rik.
I'm Simon.
And this is the weekly news recap for the first week. This would be the last week of February going into the first week of March. So we'll say it's the final week of February.
Yeah, the lines are blurred out when you go over the weeks that straddle months. So, yeah, first week or last week.
Yeah, and to be fair, we're probably getting them wrong most weeks anyway. So, end of February, beginning of March. It's that weird crossover period where time doesn't really exist. So, what is our first story, Simon?
Okay, Metal Gear Solid Survive. It's got microtransactions up the wazoo. As many of you might have heard, there's microtransactions in this game and they are insane. $10 for a save slot. What the fuck is all that about?
No, so that's for a new character, isn't it? So you want to create a new character for some reason while you want to play through that game again. You have to pay $10 for it.
And there's 4 save slots.
Really?
So that's $30, yeah, on top of the game that you already bought. Can you imagine if, do you know games like Fallout and The Elder Scrolls and stuff where you play as different characters each time you play it through?
Yeah.
Can you imagine them trying that on?
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. The thing is, though, this isn't unprecedented for Konami because the Metal Gear Online games had a very similar system where you had to pay for additional character slots.
Yeah, there's stuff further on down the line that I'm going to go into about that.
Yeah.
Also, these microtransactions, you can pay for boosts and stuff. Do you know that, like, buff how much items drop, I guess?
So you can pay to win or pay to farm.
I think the best way to explain it is you're reducing the time that you're playing and increasing the materials that you're getting in the same period of time. Right, and these go from 200 coins, which is about $2 for a 1-day boost, to 2,400 coins, which is an 80-day fucking boost. 80 days? Who's going to be playing this for 80 fucking days? Like, seriously, what? That didn't even make fucking sense. That's fucking, like, $25, just shorter, for the 80-day boost.
It sounds like what they've done is they've basically created, like, a mobile game and then sold it to you.
Yeah, and most people go, well, it's only 20 quid, which, yeah, it is only 20 quid, but if games like Warframe can offer a AAA experience, as it's dubbed, then why bother fucking selling it? Like, just make it free to play. Like, it just don't make any fucking sense at all. There's another way that you can spend your money in this game. You can send scout teams out to sort of get, rare materials and stuff for you, which I think, don't quote me on this, but I think this is the only place that you can get these materials.
Right, so that's kind of like the missions in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood when you'd send the...
and yeah, it goes back to Metal Gear Solid 5, where you can sort of send your sorties out and they get materials for you. And the way it worked in that game is you had like upgrade trees and stuff, but some of them could only be upgraded if you had the online materials. So you had like the materials that you collected in single player, and then the ones that, were gained from online missions, so when you were connected to the internet. And those worked exactly the same way that this did. You had one team, and that were it. If you wanted any more teams, you had to get mother base coins. So they're not called mother base coins in this, it's got some other fucking... But these teams, yeah. 4 teams, Bravo through Echo, $10 a pop. So that's another 40 quid if you want to, unlock all the bases to send them out.
Fucking hell.
It's a fucking lot of money, isn't it, this game, to say it's only 20 quid.
Yeah, so far we've got £20 to get in. If you want to get everything, there's an extra 40 on top. Then if you want to fast track it, you've got another, 24. Yeah, this is ridiculous.
It goes much further than most games should... Well, any game should go that isn't just strictly free to play, in my opinion. I think it's taking the piss. Also, while we're talking about taking the piss, there's a little bit of suspect game design going on.
How do you mean?
So when you're playing, like, you have a little bit of a base and it's surrounded by, like, you've got a pool of water to the one side that's got sheep around it. But sometimes that doesn't spawn.
Right.
So, of course, you've got to survive. So you've got to drink, you've got to eat, you've got to, get oxygen for some fucking mad reasons. I bet that's a story reason that I'm not even going to go into because I don't really care that much. And, this pool of water, generally the pools of water around the game, and the food sort of randomizes. So you have this base and you build it up. So you can grow potatoes and, collect your own water and stuff, like moisture farming or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, people are just basically... To get around it, this shitty game design, they're just saving and quitting and reloading the game, until water and stuff comes on. So they're spending as much time playing the game as they are playing the game, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like exploiting it.
Which is just like, we should never have to fucking do stuff like this. Like, come on. Be fucking sane when you're making design decisions like this. You've got to make it so that it feels fair. You know, you're not going to take the piss. You're not going to waste the player's time. And I think that's what people feel like. Like, they're having the time wasted. Like, whenever I've ever seen anyone play this, that's exactly the thing that they've cited. You know, it doesn't feel like it values their time. It's just taking the piss. I know you don't like it, but the bits that I've seen of it reminds me of The Walking Dead. I can't remember if it's season 3 or season 4. One of the really, really lazy seasons.
I think that was season 3 when they're at the prison.
Yeah, they're basically just stabbing fucking zombies through a fence. And that's it. It doesn't look enthralling. I know some people that are enjoying it, though, for what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're always going to have those outliers. But yeah, the general consensus is that it's not very good. And the sales reflect that as well. Like, it charted really, really fucking low.
How did it do?
It come in at number 6 after FIFA 18, Grand Theft Auto 5, which is just omnipresent in the charts now. Call of Duty World War 2, Monster Hunter World, EA Sports, UFC 3, and then finally Metal Gear Survive. So, yeah, it's not done very well for itself at all.
No, like, to be honest, though, did we ever think it was?
I actually think that they've made this game... Do you know, like, when Activision made the Tony Hawk's game, so they could sort of sit on the licence, and was it Fox that made that Fantastic Four film, just so they could sit on the licence? I think this is what this is like. They're just squatting on it, Joe, because they don't want to let it go, and we're going to see shit like this.
But they own it. Like, Kojima doesn't own Metal Gear. Konami do. It's his baby. It's his idea. So they don't need to sit on a licence because it's theirs. They can do what the fuck they want with it.
Yeah, I guess you could put it out that way. But I sort of look at it as like Spyro the Dragon and Crash Bandicoot sort of moved houses, Joe, because it were no longer needed there. Like, I think that's what they're doing. They're just saying, oh yeah, we're using it, you know, even though it could be left to pasture, like a lot of fucking franchises.
Now, you see, what I think they did is they tried to go with brand recognition. They wanted to create something that was kind of jumping on the bandwagon of 4 people, horde mode, with micromanagement and construction and stuff like that people don't really care about anymore because now everything's battle royale. They needed brand recognition for it, so they jumped on Metal Gear Solid, and then after the whole thing with Kojima, using that brand was just like a final fuck you to him as well.
Yeah, this is what we're going to do with it now you're gone.
Yeah, and to be honest, if this is the direction they're going with it, this does feel to me like they were just trying to get one last fucking squeeze out before the dead horse started falling apart, because they've been beating it with a stick for a while.
I don't know, Metal Gear Solid 5 were really fucking good, like from a gameplay aspect.
But then after the whole Kojima thing, you know, what have we seen? We've seen pachinko machines and this, and it's like, I think that Metal Gear died when Kojima got fired.
Yeah.
Because he's the genius behind it, and it's like, yeah, there's an entire creative team that work with him, and there's people that make the games and develop the games with him, but it's his thing.
He was the conductor. You can have the best orchestra in the world, but without any direction. It's just noise. It's just fucking noise. Like, you can have the best programmer, the best art director, and
to be fair, like, a lot of the time, the Metal Gear storyline was just noise. But he managed to create something, and I think this shows as well that when you take the guy that created it, you know, the main driving force behind it, it's everything, even under the same names, just a pale comparison. It's like, you know, like when a singer leaves a band or something, and then they immediately jump in and release a new album with a new singer, and it just doesn't sound the same.
Yeah, it's the big boots to fill out there. Yeah. And I think Kojima's got such fucking weird feet that no one's ever going to fit into his shoes.
Yeah, it's got like clawed flippers. And like a seal or something. But yeah, I hope that after this and the backlash, that now Konami will just let it go. Yeah, I honestly think it might be one of the last games Konami ever makes for consoles. Oh, I agree completely. They'll be done. They're exiting game production on a console anyway. They might migrate to mobile phones. Yeah, or they might just stick to the things that make them money. Pachinko machines. So what's next? Speaking of Japan, that's where we're going, kind of, for this next story. So last Tuesday, SEGA released the demo for Yakuza 6. And it was over 30 gig in size. Like, it's a big fucking demo.
It was.
Now, it turns out that in North America, they accidentally released the full version of the game.
Oops.
And they did a cool thing with it, where when you're playing it, you get to a certain point and it tells you the trial's over, but you can pre-order the game, and then when the game's released, you can use your saves to carry on. Which I think is a really good idea, because if you're playing a demo for a game that's like the beginning of it, and you're like, yeah, that was cool. When you buy the game, you don't particularly want to play through that bit again that you've already done.
Well, if you remember, a lot of, the Xbox Live games always used to do that. You used to get to a certain point, like you get the first level, and it's like, okay, if you want to play the rest, you've got to slap your 800 Microsoft points down, or whatever the price was. And then you could slap your points down, it'd take the boot off the game, as it were, and you were off. You could play from where you were.
I didn't realise that the Xbox did that.
Yeah, that's how the Xbox Live Arcade games used to work.
Oh, okay.
Because it always frustrated me that the PlayStation ones didn't do that. It was like, you played the demo if there were one, and then it'd be like, no, you have to start again, which was really, really frustrating.
Now, it turns out that in Europe and Australia, that's what happened to players. They'd get to a certain point, then they'd be told that the trial was finished, and then if they wanted to purchase the game, they can do. And apparently, those who did get it aren't going to be penalised for it.
Yeah, it's because people used to, like, whenever pricing errors and stuff go through, or when stuff gets marked as free, they sometimes look at people's accounts and go, yeah, they clearly just fucking went to snipe that, for free.
Yeah.
And they might get, like, strikes on their account or whatever.
Oh, but you mean that with this, even though it happened, they're like, it's not your fault, this is ours.
Yeah, they're SEGA rolled their hands up and saying, yeah, we're accountable, and, you're not going to get penalised for it because we've blown in Sony's ear and said, yeah, we're our bad. We fucking screwed up, didn't we?
Yeah, I feel bad for them, because I think for an idea for a demo, it's a great idea. And it's a really good thing to do, and it's just a shame that it did go wrong. Because I know a lot of people are excited about this, and I know a lot of people wanted to get their hands on the demo. But yeah, hopefully they managed to get another demo out in time. I mean, the game is out on the 17th of April over here, so they've got 45 days from the time of recording to get a new demo out, maybe put a different restriction on the one that they've already got, see where it went wrong, try again, or maybe they'll just leave it.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know how hard it would be for them to just allow access to the European version that did have the restrictions on.
Like, I don't know anything about coding, you don't know anything about coding. I'm not even going to speculate what they could have done, because I have no idea. This is just like a really unfortunate accident on their part, but they got on top of it, and maybe next time it'll go a bit better. Yeah, so what have you got next for us?
Talking of unfortunate accidents, the Japanese Twitter for Overwatch accidentally revealed the next Overwatch hero, who is called
Bridget.
Yeah, that's how I read it. It's Bridget, but apparently, according to Jeff Kaplan, it's Brigitta, which is Swedish. She's apparently the daughter of Torbjorn, which is the little bastard that fucking puts turrets all over the place, and seemingly I can't counter, even though he's meant to be easy to counter. Apparently this lass is she's like a cross between a healer and a tank.
Yeah, because she looks like a mix between Reinhardt and Mercy, because she's got the shield, which looks really fucking cool, and she's got lots of heals as well.
Yeah, I think she's sort of like a bastardized version of Reinhardt, Torbjorn, and Zenyatta.
Okay.
I think is the best way to explain it. So she has the shield, which just covers her. She has like
it's like a mace.
It's like a mace. So she sort of has like a. Do you know Lucio when he pushes you back? She can do that. Like she can knock you back and do like quite a bit of damage as well. Which I don't think. No, Lucio doesn't do any damage. It's just a push back. So yeah, she does damage on that. She has like a general jaw like waving a fucking mace about, which is a normal attack. She has a shield bash, which is like a little bit of a nudge forward. She's basically a cleric. Like that's the best way to explain her.
I'd say paladin.
No, sorry, paladin. I don't know why I said fucking cleric. Yeah, she's a paladin. She's just basically the armoured healer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the take on Joe, like the modern day paladin.
Yeah, I think she looks awesome.
Yeah, I think she does as well. But then again, I mean, you could say that for every single thing that comes out of fucking Blizzard Studios.
Yeah.
Like, all the stuff, even the characters that I don't like playing, I look at them and go, yeah, that looks fucking cool.
She looks really powerful as well. Like, I watched a couple of videos on IGN, like, playing as her, and I don't know if it's just because the person who was playing as her is shit hot, but fucking hell, she was taking people out.
Yeah, I think the general thing with Overwatch characters is when you look at them on paper, they're all overpowered. It's just that some of them are overpowered in certain situations.
Yeah, because the stuff I've seen, she looks OP as fuck.
Yeah, like, there'll be places that she gets countered really, really hard.
Yeah.
Like, I bet someone like Soldier 76 would be really good at fighting her. Or maybe even Sombra, Widowmaker, those types of Joe that can sort of keep away from her. Or engage and then Joe piss off, like get away from her, are going to be really, really good against her. So yeah, thumbs up. I mean, free as well, if you discount all the fucking loot boxes it's paying for.
Yeah, but we don't buy those loot boxes, so it's free for us, so fuck it. I really need to get back into Overwatch. Like, I haven't played it since... Remember the Christmas I first got the PS4?
2 Christmases ago.
Yeah, 2 Christmases ago. I haven't played it. But there seems like there's like 100 new characters in it, and everything's going to be... Like, balancing will be different now, and I reckon it'll feel like a new game for me.
Yeah, I played Orisa, and she came out, and I played Doomfist, and yeah, I think I'm so bad at that game now that I'm kind of scared to go back, if that makes sense, because...
I think that could make a couple of interesting videos.
Oh, God, don't fucking go there. Just putting us under fucking pressure there, Rick.
Yeah. Me and you just being rubbish.
Yeah, and just swearing. It's
yep.
Fucking tracers. Nothing ever changes. Absolute bastards that play them. And Genji as well. Leave me alone, I'm just trying to wheel my fucking team. So, that's the Overwatch news, which is quite big.
Speaking of big news, see, look, I'm trying to keep a segue going for each story.
Yeah.
I thought we were doing a quite good one. That was a little bit
smooth.
Smooth like buttery silk. Bit of just good news for the PlayStation crowd. Sony have probably just won the king of their PlayStation Plus free games with March's games, which is Bloodborne and Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, that's insane. That's an insane collection of games to be putting out in 1 month. They could have put one of those games out and then, one next month, and still, like, people would have been really, really happy. Both of them at the same time. That's just fucking incredible.
Now, I have a feeling that this is the beginning of things to come, because people got a message I saw on my friend's Facebook. He seemed a little bit pissed off about it.
Oh, that's funny, because I got it and I rejoiced.
Basically saying, as of March 2019, PlayStation 3 and Vita will no longer be a part of PlayStation Plus. It won't be supported, so you won't get free software for PS3 or the Vita. Now, I personally was like, oh, cool. They've given us a year's notice that the PS3 and the Vita, to what they would now consider dying or dead systems,
well,
are going to be supported.
The legacy systems, by this point, both of them.
Yeah, if basically taking stuff away from there basically means that they're going to give us more PlayStation 4 stuff, then I'm not going to complain.
I'm not bothered about them giving me more stuff. I'd rather the stuff that they give us be higher quality, if that makes sense.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. I've wanted to play Bloodborne for a while.
Yeah, me too.
And there's been several sales over the last few months where it's been $11.99.
Yep.
And I've hovered over it.
Yep, me as well.
And I've gone, but I'm playing this at the moment, so you know what? It's $11.99 now. It will be that cheap again in a few months.
Yeah, I've done the same as you, and it's been like, because I want to play co-op with my friend Hendo.
Yeah.
And I've been like, do I get this one or do I get Dark Souls 3? Is it this one or Dark Souls 3? Like, I'm not entirely sure. And the hesitation has put me off, because it's been like, well, one's meant to be better than the other, but I'm not entirely sure whether I'm going to enjoy this.
Yeah.
Joe, once I get into it, so the hesitation's completely gone now. It's like, yeah, okay, I'm getting it for free. I probably should play it.
You had an idea, like before we were recording, you mentioned Bloodborne. I want you to elaborate.
So last week we mentioned the political thing with Donald Trump, and we said that if Jack Thompson gets involved at any point within 2 weeks from the release of that episode, which Monday or Tuesday it went out, I can't remember. Tuesday. Yeah, so not next Tuesday, Tuesday after. If Jack gets brought up, I play Bloodborne and stream it and do whatever we've got to do. And if he doesn't get involved, then Rick's fucking gonna fall on his sword and he's gonna play it.
Right, how are we gonna do it? Are we gonna stream it? Are we gonna make like a compilation video? Like play it for a couple of hours, record it, and then put together a best bits?
I don't actually know. So, yeah. Come on, Jack. Just stay in the fucking woodwork. Because I want Rick to do this.
But either way, one of us is going to be playing Bloodborne, and we're not looking forward to it, but we kind of are looking forward to it. But yeah, that'll be...
I'm morbidly interested in it, and also scared that my gaming machismo is going to be fucking broken by this game.
So, as always, if you want to talk to us about any of the stories that we have spoken about, then you can do so at facebook.com/StrangePlayUK, or you can go and do it over at Twitter @StrangePlayUK, or you can just leave a comment in the comment section, and if you're nice, we'll talk back to you. But as always, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Goodbye.